In this video, I'm going to show you how to run a t-test in Google Sheets using the XL Miner Data Analysis Toolpack. So the first thing you'll need to do, if you haven't already, is that you will need to add the add-on to your Google Sheets for XL Miner. And the way to do that is to go to Add-ons and then get Add-ons and go ahead and search for the XL Miner Analysis Toolpack in the Get Add-ons. And once you have that installed, you're going to go back to your add-ons and you're going to go ahead and click Start for XL Miner Analysis Toolpack. And you'll see that when you click Start, it opens up a whole series of things that you'll be able to use to run statistics on your data. In this class, we're only going to be learning 3 different statistics in this toolpack. It's actually a pretty powerful toolpack that'll do quite a few things for you. But in this class, we'll be using the ANOVA single factor and 2 of these t-tests. So I have a data set here of tarsus length of birds on Daphne major that survived and didn't survive the 1977 drought. So I have a pretty big data set here of the length of the tarsus bone in the surviving and non-surviving birds. So I'm going to be running a t-test on this data to determine whether or not the mean tarsus length for survivors is the same or statistically different from the mean tarsus length of the non-survivors. So because I have 2 groups that I'm comparing, it's more appropriate to do a t-test. Because these data points are coming from different birds, in other words, a number from a measurement from a non-survivor is a different bird than a measurement from a survivor. Because of that, I don't want to do a paired t-test, but I actually want to do a 2-sample t-test assuming unequal variances. We're always going to choose the unequal of these 2 choices for 2-sample because we're not going to go through the process of proving that they have equal variance. So I'm going to open this and it's going to bring up a little window where I need to fill in some information. So what it's asking me for here is the range where my data is for my first variable. In this case, my first variable is the non-survivors. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight this data, including the word non-survivors, and you'll see why in a minute. That helps me stay more organized to actually grab the word along with it. So I've highlighted that data, and then I'm going to come over here and click in the box, and it's going to autofill it with that data range for me. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get my second variable, which is my survivors. These are the 2 groups that I'm trying to compare, survivors, non-survivors. And then again, I grab the word because it'll help organize my data in the end. I'm going to click in variable range 2. The next thing that I want is to fill out the hypothesized mean difference. In my t-test, I am trying to show that there is 0 difference between these 2 groups. And so my hypothesized mean difference is 0. That's what my hypothesis is. I want to check the labels box. The reason I'm checking that is because I grabbed the word survivor and non-survivor. I'm telling it that those first 2, the first 2 things in these rows or in these columns are labels. It'll then use those labels in the output to help me know what's what in what it puts out for me. So I'm going to keep that checked. My alpha value is 0.05 because I'm running my test at a 95% significance level because that's the minimum acceptable level for scientific research and for biological research. So I need to keep that at 0.05. The last thing I need to tell it is the output range, which is simply just telling it where do I want it to put the data that it's about to spit out, all the calculations it's about to give me. So I'm just going to click in a box that's kind of over here out of the way. I'm going to click in this one and then click over here to tell it to put the output starting right there. Once I have this all filled in, I'm going to click OK and I'm going to give it a sec. And you can see here that in an instant, it has calculated a lot of information for me. So you can see here that it used my labels, non-survivors and survivors. If I hadn't grabbed those along with the data and I hadn't checked the labels box, there would be no labels here. It would say something more generic that's a little harder to understand. It's giving me the mean for survivors and the mean for the non-survivors. So it's actually giving me the average of both of these data sets. It's calculated what's called the variance for me, which it's just how much variation there is in that data set. We're not going to talk a lot about that. It's given me the number of observations it's telling me back my hypothesized mean, which is 0, which is what I told it. And then it's giving me all these other numbers down here. The important numbers for me here are the t-statistic, which is right here. So this is my calculated statistic that I'm going to be comparing up against a t-critical. Now in this class, pretty much all the time, all the data sets will be running. You will be running a two-tailed t-test, a two-tailed. Two-tailed means that all you want to know is if these are different. There's no directionality to it. You don't actually care if one is greater than the other or less than the other. You just want to know if they're the same or different, whether it's greater than or less than. So we call that a two-tailed test. So I have my t-statistic here, which I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight. And I have my critical value here. Those are the two numbers that I need in order to evaluate the results of this t-test.